Yeah, and actually that's where I started brewing. I got kind of so burned out on drinking good wines. Not that I dislike wine. I still love great wines and drink them often. But there was no good beer in the area, so I took what we had lying around from the local wineries, some friends of mine, that kind of thing, and built a little brewing system. Went down to the fermentation supply store and started making beer for the locals, you know. And that was where it all kind of kicked off, and made some great beers. All my friends were fired up, and one thing led to another, and got kind of obsessed. Started reading the literature, learned about the science and the history, and you know, 6-7 years later, here we are. We've got our own brewery right here in Rancho, so pretty cool.
So 6 years ago, that's when you started?
Yeah, about 6 years ago. Yeah.
So you're 23 years old.
Yeah. 23, 24.
24
years old, yeah.
And you're right, but 2 years, 3 years into legal drinking age, you're like, you know, let's do this. I would make my own beer.
Yeah, oh definitely. I mean, I realized, I don't know when I realized it. Maybe it was when I was reading textbooks on brewing. I knew there was a problem, you know? Because it's all organic chemistry, and it's all art, and it's all food, and it's all culture, and it's all it's history. It's all those things that make our lives interesting and make you feel like, you know, part of the community, you know? That's really what did it for me. It was like, okay, here's a place where I get to exercise my passion for science and food and the arts all in one place at the same time.
So why did you end up in Rancho?
Yeah, hanging about.
Why did you open in Rancho? I mean,
well, it was most convenient at the time. I was living
here, or?
I was living in Newport. I still am. Yeah, and I was looking for a place where I could do it as inexpensive as possible. And I found this place that had the infrastructure, and I didn't have to pay for any of it, like the tile, the drains.
Oh, that's good.
The infrastructure is really expensive. So all I had to do was negotiate a better lease and build this bar here, and put all the equipment together, build the brewery, and make it work. And so we built the place for pennies on the dollar. I mean,
what was here before you came?
It was well, the front here where you guys are was like a real estate business.
Really?
So there's a wall here. Of course, there's no bar, no wood. It was all just, there was drop ceilings, there were foam ceilings, the whole thing. And we tore all that out. And then back here, the guy actually had like a hobbyist extract brewery.
Oh, the guy who owned the...
He made beer out of extract, like syrups, and he mixed it in hot water and then ferment it.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty questionable beer process, but and very questionable beer. I mean, you wouldn't believe the shit we found in here.
Really?
Yeah, some pretty sketchy stuff. Needless to say,
like 50% beers.
yeah, I don't know. We tore it all out. And we brought in a real brew house, but there is a company right now making 55% beer. They want to find some BrewDog, yeah. And in fact, they wrap the bottles in roadkill. They wrap the bottle in a roadkill and they sell it for $795 if you want it.
No.
So that's kind of overkill. How's it going, guys?
All right.